Hi, I'm Jen Spencer, and this is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Hi, readers. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Tonight, we have a really fun author. Her name is Tristy Pinkston, and she also writes as Amelia C. Adams. And you're going to be hearing about her book, Vicki. If you ask a question or leave a comment in the comment section below, you will automatically be entered to win one of her books. I'm so excited to have her here. Please be sure to sign up for my email newsletter at jenspencerbooks.com because you will get a free copy of Dandelion Meadows Christmas Kisses. And it is an adorable, chilly, fun romance at Christmas time, contemporary, and I know you're going to love it. So now I'm really excited to introduce Tristy Pinkston. Tristy, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me. This is so fun.
Oh, I am so excited. I've told my readers this before, but I'm always so happy when people say yes because because I know I'm small potatoes but I just love hearing about other authors and getting to know new people. So tell me a little bit about you and your books, your two pen names that you write under.
So, as you mentioned, I do write under two pen names. My first name, my real name, the name by which I shall be known forever, is Tristy Pinkston. And as Tristy, I write cozy mysteries and I write some historical fiction and also some inspirational fiction.
Okay.
As Amelia C. Adams, I write Western romance, and that can be either contemporary or historical. And I also do small town romance as Amelia. So
Okay.
I've written, I have a list because someone asked me, so I made one. That, it's kind of weird to make a list of your own things, but I published about 170 books. I did many of those on the rapid release system where you just crank them out as fast as you can. So those aren't all like, 70,000 word books. Those are shorter, a little closer to 35,000, just quick stories. But it's been a lot of fun. A
That
lot
is
of
a
fun
lot of
to do
books. That is amazing. So you've obviously been writing for a very long time.
Published my very first book in 2002.
Oh, yeah.
And those books that I did there at the very beginning were a little bit longer. They were my historical fictions, and they took a lot more research and a lot more, delving into. And the ones that I've been doing recently are still historical, but they're based more on a historical era rather than an actual historical event. So the research tends to be a little bit simpler.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
so they haven't been as time intensive on those. But I love all aspects of history and anything that I can do to dig in and learn more. And then you get sucked into the fun rabbit holes. And it's fun. I like doing research.
Oh, very cool. Well, so tell us about this book that we're going to be giving away today.
So the book we're giving away is in a series called The Switchboard Sisterhood.
Okay.
And this is a fun premise. The young ladies have gone up to Anchorage, Alaska to run a switchboard telephone operating company. And of course, because these are romances, they all have their little love stories in each. And this is a multi-author project. And so there are several of us who have come together to tell these stories, and
Oh,
we're
that's
each writing different girls who come there to work. And there's a moose who wanders through town and stirs up some trouble. His name is Lester.
now,
And
when is this set again? What's
it's
the
set in 1925.
okay? Oh,
So
fun time.
the telephone is still, in its toddlerhood, maybe not quite its infancy, but it's toddlerhood. And so they're still, moving the plugs from hole to hole and so forth. And so it's a fun era to write in. It's not one I'd really looked at before, but you've got your flapper era, you're coming into your jazz age and your prohibition and the whole thing. And it's been fun to work on this series. So the book itself is called Vicki.
Vic.
And I started out the series with a book called Vivian, and so that's book 1 in the series, and Vicki is Vivian's cousin.
Okay.
And she has come to Anchorage to have a little bit of an adventure, and she wants to learn how to be more brave. She's always been kind of the wallflower, kind of the shy girl, and going up to Alaska, of all places, is
That's
an
brave.
adventure for her. And so she goes and has her own adventures with Lester the Moose and all the fun things that go on there, and makes friends with the other
Okay.
girls.
So now I'm just going to give you some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Um, Nothing to do with your books.
Okay. I'm
But
ready.
I love getting to know people this way. So what do you think is one of your favorite romantic movie?
So there are a couple that just and when you warned me you're going to ask me this question, I couldn't narrow it down to just one. So I hope 3 is okay.
Three's great.
First one that comes to my mind is Becoming Jane
Mm,
with Anne Hathaway.
mm.
That one is, they say it's loosely based on the life of Jane Austen. You know what? It's really not, but I don't care. That movie, oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh, it breaks my
oh,
heart every time.
yes.
And I have to sit and bawl. So that's my first one I'll mention. The second one is the movie version of, and I'm gonna mess this up, I know. The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society
Oh,
movie.
I
That
adore that movie.
oh,
I love the book so
mhm,
much, and I was a little bit afraid of the movie, because
uh-huh,
sometimes they can ruin them. And I thought they
mhm,
did a great job.
yeah. Well,
That
I loved it. I just
mm,
start to finish. I mean, and they're visual symbols all the way through, and there's this and that, and they all just tie together in this beautiful, wonderful package. I have watched that movie probably 5 times. I don't rewatch movies like that. Usually I watch a movie and I'm on to the next movie, right?
mm.
So if I've watched a movie 5 times within the space of 6 months or so, I really love it, and I really did.
Yes, yes.
And then the third one was Return to Me with David Duchovny and Minnie Driver.
Oh, that she gets a heart transplant,
Yes, she gets
and
the
it's
heart
his wife.
transplant.
It's his wife who,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then they meet. Oh my goodness. That one just gets me every time too.
Oh, that's a good one. Those
So,
three, is it three old men that I'm trying to
yeah,
remember. They
it's
sit
her
and talk.
grandfather, her uncle, or someone, and
Uh-huh.
they sit and chat there in the bar. But it's I don't know, it just gets me, and that's kind of ironic because it's about a heart transplant, but it just gets me right here every time. So those are 3 of my favorites. I do have others, but
Those are
I'll
great.
put those
I
forth
I
as
love those. Yes.
mhm.
Okay, what is your favorite, well, I wanna say romantic book, but what's a book that you would read over and over again? Like the movie that you wanna see over
Uh-huh.
and over again?
I gravitate toward the old classics.
Mm.
I love Little Women, Anne
Oh,
of Green Gables.
mm.
I love Heidi. I
Oh,
love the original Alice in Wonderland. And those books I've each read over and over and over again.
wow.
But I'm kind of that way like I am with movies, is that I don't usually read things over and over. So
Mhm.
if I do, it's like, oh,
This is a
my
good one.
favorite. But yeah, Little Women and Anne of Green Gables are probably my 2 very top.
So, what's your favorite Little Women movie version?
Winona Ryder is number 1. The newest one was Saoirse Ronan. I thought they did a really nice job with that too.
I did too.
Yeah.
I love Florence Pugh. She's like one of
Oh,
my
she did so
favorites.
great.
She's so
Mhm.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Okay. Well, I have two more questions. One is,
okay.
do you have a Netflix or other streaming service show that you'd love to binge watch?
I have a couple. Right now, I'm working through Chicago Med. I
Mm,
enjoy medical drama.
mm.
I don't know why, because some of them, they're so not
Dramatic.
believable.
Yeah.
They came in with 10 pieces of rebar through their ribs. Oh, they're all better now. You know what I mean? They aren't really, but I still do get sucked up into those. And then I do also get caught up in like cooking competition shows. Like I've been watching Next Level Chef with Gordon Ramsay. I don't know if you've caught
Oh,
that one.
I have not.
It's really cool. It's really cool. They literally have the stage set up on 3 levels, and depending upon how many competitions the chef has won, they can cook either in the basement, which has like all the dinged up kitchen equipment, or they can cook up here at the top, which has all the bright shiny, and it's just a fun show. So
That's
that's
cute.
what I turn on when I need to defuzz my brain. Would be
Well,
fun.
okay, here is your last question.
Okay.
You're stuck on a desert island. Would you rather
Okay.
have a lifetime supply of chocolate or toilet paper?
This is a tough one because I don't enjoy not having toilet paper, but I enjoy chocolate a bit overly much. When it comes right down to it, I'm going to have to choose the toilet paper
Mm.
because you can't eat toilet paper, but you also cannot wipe your bum with chocolate.
Oh, I wanted to say one more thing.
Uh-huh.
I understand that you're going to host a table at the Utah Readers Luncheon. Is
I sure am.
that correct? Okay, so
Yes.
am I. So,
Oh, yay.
um, readers, the Utah Readers Luncheon is October 14th, and it's where you can buy a ticket and go sit with your favorite author. And it's so much fun. It's going to be in Ogden, Utah this year, and the website is utahrl.com. So be sure to go get a ticket because you could sit with either me or Tristy or, one of your other favorite authors.
Oh, but they don't have any other favorite authors.
It's
It's you
true.
or me. We're like the
We're the
best.
ones.
Yes, we are the ones.